Welcome to the DJNTV Chill Room Chat, your space to unwind and talk shop. This episode is sponsored by MadeByDJs.com, innovative tools designed specifically by DJs for DJs. DJEventPlanner.com, the industry standard for streamlining your business and booking faster. And DJRequests.com, the easiest way to manage your dance floor's vibe in real time. Support the show by using our Amazon affiliate link at djntv.com/Amazon. Now, let's get into the mix.
Hey, it had to happen sometime. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Music Show. I am Brian, your kind of host tonight. We've got some cool people in the room tonight that are going to be discussing a potpourri of topics. And the first topic is going to come from our friend Brian K., who turned us on to a song last night that he predicts will be the song of the summer. What song is that, Brian?
Runway from Lady Gaga. Her song she dropped, I think, at her last Madison Square show. She was just at Madison Square Garden for 10 nights in a row, and she dropped it during the last performance.
I actually like the song.
I do too.
Damon, you got a remix that you like?
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, but yeah, there is a remix that just came out that I really like. A little bit more bouncier, a little bit more up tempo.
Yeah, there's breaks in it that might work, but if you could eliminate those breaks, even better, I think. But no,
just so everyone's clear, due to copyright infringement, we're not going to be playing any snippets of this so that we don't get in any trouble with FCC. But
check it out yourself.
We highly recommend you check out "Runaway" by Lady Gaga as a predicted song of the summer.
Well, My
team spent 3 years.
I think it could be a contender. I hope it is. I like the vibe.
I like the vibe too.
It's very much 20 years ago Chicago house. That's kind of how I'm reading it. What are you doing, Bill? What are you doing?
We can hear that, Bill.
You can hear that.
Yeah, we can.
Bill's tuning out. He's not with us. That's okay.
He's watching NESN right now.
Eric is more with us than Bill is right now.
Eric collapsed. I don't know if anyone saw that. Hopefully he didn't hit his head. I'm sure he'll be fine.
He'll get up
He'll be back. He'll come back. So that Lady Gaga song. Yeah.
You weren't here last night, John. It's a good track.
I haven't heard it yet. We've been busy as hell.
I haven't heard it yet. I was checking it out.
You will like it. Yeah, it was a good point out by Brian.
Jumping between gigs and didn't even have time to turn on public radio. Just like so,
give it a listen. It's
give it a listen.
We'll check it out after the show.
We'll play it after the show.
Yeah, we'll listen
Runway.
after the show.
Runway, Lady Gaga. She performed it live, but is there a studio cut of it?
Yes. It's out. This song just dropped.
Well, Damon said there's already a remix.
Okay, so we got.
There's a few.
I have 10 remixes already.
Yeah. No, it's that kind of vibe. It'll get hit hard with remixes.
Yeah.
You know what'd be a good one for that? Like a Hex Hector. Like it's an old school vibe. Get like an old school remixer to come in. Even Chris Cox, somebody like that to just like bite down on that track because I think it's got legs.
Well, stand alone, I think it's fine. I mean, remix.
Oh, it sounded great alone.
Stand alone, I think it's.
But the remix was even better.
But you guys give Gaga a lot of props because she came into your circle in 2008 when she played your show.
Yes,
we had the same kind of love from Madonna back in the day, 81, 2, 3, when she was just starting to hit, and but Madonna's back on the chart with a new one too, and she just did the Coachella with Sabrina Carpenter.
She sounded good too. I'm not going to lie.
She sounded good.
She sounded really good. I was actually surprised.
For elder.
Elder Madonna.
I'm trying to be kind.
Seasoned.
Weathered 60-ish plus Madonna. So yeah, good for her. Coachella.
68.
Yeah.
Born in 58.
Wow.
She's older than all of us in this room. Some of us two combined,
Yeah. So, and somebody else who was born in 58. Unfortunately, we are celebrating the death of him. 10 years today, Prince.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I like segues.
Yeah.
Pretty
10
cool.
years ago
huh?
today.
Like
It's
how he did
pretty
that?
shocking.
Segue into Prince. All right.
Yes.
I believe it's 10 years.
Yes.
I saw the segue and I took it. We should have discussed
man.
Madonna song more. But
You gotta-
what's the name of that song, Brian?
Oh, what one?
The new Madonna song?
I feel free.
I feel free.
I feel
yeah.
free.
We should ask an outside source who has more knowledge than us if it's a good song.
Not that song. Got the helmet standby.
It's got a very, to me, when I listened to it just a half an hour ago, had a very Rescue Me vibe to it. Like that.
I heard Justify and Vogue.
Same era.
Just
Same-
from love, yeah.
Same era.
Yeah, I totally heard
I'm
Vogue.
thinking Justify and Wayne's World. Swing, look at the unit on that guy. Oh my God. Remember this whole Wayne's World?
No, John,
When
we
they
don't
tried to-
actually.
You
Now
don't
that
remember
bring it up
Wayne's
that
World?
hard, just saying.
Who? Yeah.
Garth and Garth
Who and
Algar.
Butthead? What are you talking
Wayne?
about?
No, Wayne and Garth, eh? Yeah, Wayne.
Eh?
And Garth.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just,
Well,
The Canadian version. Yeah.
Canadian.
I just looked.
Party
it up.
on,
I
Wayne.
don't
Party
have-
on, Garth.
You know
I
what?
don't have
If
one
we're on a
that-
potpourri, I want to talk about, does the Coachella audience even know who these artists are that they're bringing out?
Oh boy.
Because that was a complaint last year.
Oh, you were in the
When
complaints and
Benson
agreements
Boone-
segment of the show, just so you know.
Benson
What?
Boone brought out Brian May from Queen and he played the solo on Bohemian Rhapsody. And he was really upset after the fact, saying, wow, the fans were really not as excited and loving as I expected with Brian May. And it's like, because your core audience group is 13 to 24.
You know,
And they probably don't know who Brian May is.
right.
But the question becomes, did the Sabrina Carpenter crowd genuinely know who Madonna was? I mean, that sounds amazing to say, but I think it's a valid question.
Madonna's old enough to be her grandmother.
That's where I'm going with
I mean,
that.
and I'm not being rude about that. It's true.
Well, she headlined 20 years ago. So
But Jay, I think
Sabrina
Madonna
was-
or Sabrina Carpenter?
it was 2 or 3.
Because Sabrina
Wow.
Carpenter
Wait a
was
minute.
like 3 years
Why
old.
Sabrina
not?
Carpenter would have been
Base.
12. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
Brian May
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
Queen
12.
amazing, but I think there's a wider base on Madonna based
Probably.
on some of the
No,
newer
I agree,
songs,
but
so
it still comes down to, did you pick the right artist for the right audience?
I
Like
think-
Billie
did.
Eilish went up with Justin Bieber,
I think
and
the
everyone
setup would be
lost their mind because it made sense.
I think a setup would be nice on that. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian May of Queen solo. That would be nice. And I bring this up only because we were watching Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl. And an artist came on and started singing. And Blanca's like, who the hell is that? I said, I think it's Ricky Martin.
It was.
And
Yeah.
it was, but
Unannounced, straight. Then you have to figure
he
it
didn't
out.
look like Ricky Martin.
You either know or you don't know. So
He didn't
No.
look She Bangs and La Vida Loca. He looked different.
he had some.
Well, somebody's made a couple incisions somewhere.
He had a
Well,
beard
I mean,
too,
it's-
to be
it's
fair.
the same
No,
ideas
I don't think
about
it
a
was
lot
the
of these
beard.
artists,
I think it was the
I'm
surgery.
just saying, a lot of
Yeah.
people didn't know who he was right away. But if somebody would have said, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Martin, we'd be, oh my God, he looks different. It's Ricky Martin. And I'm just saying, a setup would be nice. We do this as DJs at weddings. We have to set things up.
I
We
think
can't
because
assume-
the other people
Yeah.
weren't famous, like the taco lady from LA, the little kid from Miami. I think that's what's behind. I'm not going to set up Ricky if I didn't set up the 3 people that got camera time
You're right. You're right.
before.
It's that's one of those.
That's-
If you know, you know moment.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
if you know,
gonna
you
be that.
know, and
However,
you'll figure it
if
out
you-
later.
If you bring Brian, well, I'm just saying setup would have been nice. Like if you're bringing Brian May of Queen out to do the solo for Bohemian Rhapsody, you're not disrespecting anybody else at that point. It's very, it seems like it would make sense to do that.
And
Well,
needs a call out.
Bohemian Rhapsody was popular, but Brian
Yeah.
May.
No, but he
Right,
introduced
right,
him.
right.
I mean, if
Oh,
you
he
had the
did.
age group of 40 plus, like if I was in attendance and all of a sudden some guy's doing a really nice version of Bohemian Rhapsody, we get to the solo and he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Brian May. I would have lost my mind, but I'm a
Mhm.
Queen fan. I know Brian May. I can see the audience being bewildered, like, oh, who's that old guy? Because he's got white hair and,
Yeah.
you know,
Wow, this guy plays
kind
guitar
of
really good.
speaks to what I think has always been the case. The old days where Chuck Berry wasn't playing the Boston Garden or the Madison Square Garden in the 70s and 80s, he was doing what we call the older circuit, playing the smaller venues, attracting an older crowd. I think that that's where we are musically now.
Yeah,
There's
that's
so
why
many
Paul McCartney
young.
doesn't sell out stadiums.
No. But that's not the same thing. That's not even close to the same thing.
I don't know.
It
I
is.
see a
It is.
lot.
No,
of
it's not.
these
How
coming
is it the
back.
same thing? You have a Beatle versus Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry's foundational. He's beginning. Chuck Berry never sold anywhere
No, I'm
near
just
what
saying
the
it's
Beatles
not
did.
like it's still not like that. It used to be like that. It's not like that now.
No, you have the rarities. You have a, you know, if you
There are a
list
lot of
stadium
rarities.
sales, then the rarities are the Stones, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Guns N'
Aerosmith.
Roses, and Paul McCartney. And I defy you to give me an artist on their own name that could sell a stadium as big as those.
Electric
don't
Light
exist.
Orchestra. John,
No, ELO couldn't sell it out.
they
No
do.
way.
It's
They
a-
do.
You need a
In
tag
America, they're
along.
They
selling
did.
stadiums. No, they didn't.
What?
Show me? I got to see this in proof.
What? You didn't see live at Wembley? You didn't see this? No,
Wembley and ELO is not the same as stadiums in America. That's what I said.
yeah. He just did an American tour. He's doing big, huge venues and stuff.
I don't think he's selling.
John, you
stadiums
had
out.
one.
I do. I'm thinking the tag along to the newer generation is essential as a point and pivot move if you're an older artist. Elton John buddied up with Dua Lipa. We did Cold Cold Heart, right?
Right.
Now they all know who Elton John is. You see
Right.
Madonna buddying up with Sabrina Carpenter. They do a number together. Oh, that's who Madonna was. And so there's a revelation, but you bring them on a track. We know who doesn't do this? The Stones, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, all the bands you listed, Jay. And I think that's the disconnect is, if the Struts were doing covering an AC/DC song and they brought out Angus to play, it'd be like, that makes sense because this is a founding member. This is an original. This is an OG. I think the Billie Eilish to Justin Bieber wasn't that much of a leap. You're only really going 10 years. But to get those people, to bring the older folks back, like right now, we're working with Charlie Puth has got a new single coming with Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins, if it's not out already. And it's going to be yacht rocky. It's going to be really yacht rocky. And so maybe this is, you need a new name flag to do the callbacks, and it has to be properly handled and has to be announced to say, this is the reason why I want to do a yacht rock song. So who better to call than the two living legends of yacht rock? Get them on it. Now you get some credibility. But
do you think he's just going after the older crowd, or is he trying to expand the younger crowd's?
He's writing the song with them. I don't think he was a case of, hey, you guys write me a song. He's like, I have this idea, and there's some snippets on clips. Is like as they're working through it, trying to figure out how it's going to sound the
I
best.
saw some stuff on that. Yeah.
And I think that's the move. It's so if you're a younger artist, Youngblood was nobody until he sang Ozzy at the tribute festival. Now he's selling out everywhere. So I think that's if you want to make it into the next generation, you got to do a callback. You got to have your own stuff. But I think it's very important to be very choosy with the artists that you pick and who you bring into your fold.
You need a reason now. You literally, it's not just, wouldn't it be great if? I think it's definitely a played move of, you know what, this is popular. I want to be more popular. This would be a smart move. Let's get this person on board.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I mean, I hate to be cynical, but I genuinely believe they're not doing much of this by mistake. There's too many older artists, Youngblood, and there's a great example. What is his next move after the Back to the Beginning in July? The next thing we heard from him was a 3-song EP with Aerosmith, quote unquote. It was Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, but it was
That's enough.
listed as, hey, here's Youngblood with Aerosmith. And that blew the doors down. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
we love this kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he went from 2,500 seat theaters to 5,000 to 10,000 seat arenas.
Yeah. I agree. I think remember the tribute shows? Remember when Freddie passed and we had the whole big, and George Michael came out and sang a song, and David Bowie came out and sang a song. It was kind of like not just, it's because it wouldn't be passing the torch because it's going the different direction. It's like older artists that respected Queen said, I want to show up and I want to do a number. But younger guys did too. Extreme came up and opened the show and did all the songs they didn't want him to do. It was because they play Queen second best to Queen.
But
I have a fun question that I just came up with. because I'm curious, since we're talking about the legacy acts and such.
Potpourri.
Potpourri. Just I'm gonna go around the room and get everyone involved here. Who's the newest legacy artist? Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, who would be the most current artists in our minds that are actually legacy artists because they've been around for a minute? You understand where I'm going with this? Like I'm thinking about Taylor Swift. She's been around for a long time. Hasn't she been around for 20 years doing music at this point?
Yeah.
You
Not
know,
not as long as Britney, but I mean, okay.
well, there you go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, who's the newest legacy artist you can think of, or the youngest legacy artist you can think of? Because it's not like she's a new artist anymore. You know, any of them are.
What is the rule for classic rock radio? 25 years.
Yeah.
So
It
is
was
that
less
the
than
rule?
that. It used to be less than
It
that.
used-
I remember when KLH came on the air, they were playing 5-year-old songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I seem to recall somebody whining about Guns N' Roses being on a classic rock station.
Yeah, why did
and they were told
classic rock?
right, exactly. It's like, when did this become that? It's like, oh, because it's been 25 years. Like with cars, like at this number, this changes designation.
Sure.
So it's like
I like that.
legacy.
That's
I
tough
mean,
to
are
put
we
to
now
music, though.
into the early 2000 is legacy, or the 90s?
Probably, yeah, it would have to be, wouldn't it? I mean,
I
really?
mean, that's kind of insane.
Wouldn't Usher be
It
a
is.
legacy artist at this point?
Well,
Yes.
if that would make sense, because guess
Yeah.
who he's touring with this summer? Chris Brown.
Wouldn't he be a legacy
And
artist?
but that's the weird part.
Yeah.
I had a problem. We did that gig in August at SoFi Stadium, 80,000.
Uh-huh.
Chris Brown had sold out 2 nights the next week, and I could not get it through my head.
Right.
And they're like, no, Chris Brown is that big. I'm like, how?
Yeah, legacy.
He only
artist.
has like 3 songs.
No.
And they're like, no, he has like 40 songs.
He
What are you
does
talking
says a
about?
lot, right? And people that walk
Yeah.
this earth know who Chris Brown is, but don't know who Usher is. That's scary. It's like, what? How do you not know?
Publicity for
You know, well, Usher we came out probably
not
like
all
a song-
publicity
a
is
singer show.
any
you know?
publicity is what the hell they say? No publicity is bad publicity. Is that what they something like that? All publicity
All
is good
publicity
publicity.
is good publicity.
Yeah.
There you
Any
go. That's the
publicity,
one.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Usher needs a scandal, and then
I always, you know what,
Yeah,
it
it
used to be the line in the sand of a legacy act when they booked Vegas. Like
And they both
if
did
an
that
act
already.
did a residency, like Barry Manilow, obvious
Yeah.
legacy act. He's got a residency in Vegas.
Well,
All is good.
U2
Rod
did it,
Stewart,
didn't they?
Elton John.
Red,
But that's the problem. Next year, actually in October, Metallica starts their residency.
Okay.
yeah, but Metallica is like 40 years old, over 40.
Oh, 100%. So
So,
they're extreme
that's a
in that
given.
world.
That's a given. I'm talking about people who in our heads are current, but are actually not.
All
What
right.
about I mean, an act, they're not together right now, but what about Black Eyed Peas? Wouldn't they be a legacy act at this point?
They just put something out.
If they can
too.
get Fergie back, they would be, but without
Yeah,
her,
But,
exactly.
I mean,
Shakira.
if they were to get back together,
all things
they'd be a legacy act, wouldn't
equal.
But Brian, how
So now
about-
you're calling the 2000s the legacy, early 2000s.
they?
Can be.
For somebody, not for us, but for
But
someone.
again, you're approaching that 25-year mark since it's
Yeah.
2026.
I'm going by your rules, 20, 25 years. Yeah.
So then you have all the
How about-
early I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Scary to think about. That's all I'm
Backstreet
saying.
Boys are a legacy
Right,
act.
NSYNC.
NSYNC is a
Yeah,
legacy
absolutely.
act.
Yep.
So let
New
me throw
Kids
this
in
one
the
out
Block are a
How-
big legacy act because they're even
Okay,
older.
Mariah
Oh,
Carey.
absolutely. Bill's got a thought,
Right.
and I want to let Bill have his thought.
Yeah.
So I'm going with you, Jay. You're saying you need a Vegas residency, you need all of that. What about Tiesto?
It's a good point.
Yeah, but see,
Oh,
Tiesto
right.
30
headlined
years.
Dream State in November and EDC Vegas last May, and he did it with a sunrise set for trance. I think in the DJ community, it's just an age thing, meaning like Tiesto, Armin van Buuren, Carl Cox, that regiment of 50, 60-year-old DJs, they've just established their spot.
Yeah,
And now it's like the new DJs come in so quickly.
I know, but Tiesto's been around since the 80s, and
Well,
he's still current.
I'm thinking about, to Bill's point, I'm thinking about artists that I can remember who were before my time, yet were still hot when I was a teenager, like Paul McCartney, like the Rolling Stones.
And they're still performing.
Yeah.
And they were still performing, yet there was another generation well before me that my parents, more like my parents, who were big fans of theirs. So they were so although they were relevant,
Relevant.
hard hits, they were still a legacy act.
They were
Well,
aware. Radio presence. Can we hear them on the
look at
radio?
Eagles. Eagles have done 57 or 58 shows
Oh.
at the Sphere.
Yeah.
Sphere holds 18,000 people.
Yeah.
I mean, they've played in front of almost 1 million people at the Sphere.
Yeah, we know they're old in legacy. I'm talking about newer.
No. I know, but it goes into that category of where do you draw the line on when it's still relevant? Like, guess what? None of the bands we're talking about from the 2000s can play the Sphere.
I'm not suggesting any of them are great
Popular
or bad or anything else, but wouldn't they?
No, it just
qualify
seems
as-
like you should get to it. It just seems like there's a third category of super popular still, super legacy, but no one can explain how they're selling this thing out night after night.
Yeah, I
How
get something.
would-
I get something on Sphere real quick.
Metallica.
I don't know whose comment it was, but the Sphere minimizes a band, and it's all about the bullshit
Oh, it's 100% about
going
the
on
graphics.
ahead.
and
It's
the
right. It's
video.
all about the other,
Yeah.
and it takes away from. So if your band's legacy is our music is most important to us, you're not going to take a gig at the Sphere because it's a production. It's not
Yes.
Right.
seeing
Yes,
the
it
band
is.
on a stage. It's like
Ye-
that's smoke and mirrors.
I think that's last on the list of qualifications. The first on the list is, can you sell 18,000 seats at least 10 to
18,000?
30 times?
That's like 1/5 of Gillette Stadium. I think any moderate band could
I
sell.
think your
8,000 seats.
expectations.
Yeah, but it's night
are a
after
little
night,
high.
John.
But you
That's
know,
why
at-
so
at-
few
he
bands
needs a
have played.
hamburger really
At-
bad too.
at-
So
at-
you got to
at
give him.
at $2,000 a ticket. Maybe I don't want to go to see that mediocre band try to.
Yeah,
pull
I'm
this-
going to throw
you know.
this out there, though. You also have to think about where it is. So if I go to Milwaukee, there's a stadium in Milwaukee, but people aren't traveling to Milwaukee to see the band. They're traveling to Vegas to see these. So
No. That's
Vegas is a
definitely an
destination
added
valid
plus.
on its own.
Hence why it's only in Vegas, not in Milwaukee.
A lot of
think
times,
Vegas
actually-
is
That's what I
the
mean.
zone.
They'll sell
Actually, a
those
lot of
out.
times the Vegas acts, and I've heard this criticism before for people who have, why aren't you doing Vegas? And I remember, I think it might have been Carlin or somebody. So why haven't you done Vegas? Like, well, because nobody goes to a show in Vegas because they're a fan. They go to a show in Vegas because it's something to do. It's like, well, what do we do?
Right.
We go to Bellagio? Do we go to this? We go, oh, look, Carlin's, we can go do that. So it's kind of, you're like an afterthought. You're like, okay, we're in town. What do we do tonight? We go here.
Right, we're already here.
Oh,
Well,
they're not,
you
they're
know
not
what?
going there to see it. It's a different
Brian, I got to
vibe.
disagree with you. That used to be the case, but nowadays people actually go to Vegas to see these shows.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there are, but are they filling the venue?
I don't think it's
I
a
think they are.
I think they
You
are.
think they are?
Yeah,
I think
Wow.
the reason that Dead and Co. played so many nights there, U2 played so many nights. I mean, again, you can say, well, it's a 5th of Gillette. You still got to sell, what's Gillette hold? 60,000?
Right, but it's an exorbitant ticket price at the Sphere. It's different than
Yes.
going to a concert in a football stadium. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. But
Different.
you look at these acts that are selling out 20
Different
nights
experience.
there. It's like, dude, they're selling almost 500,000 seats. It becomes like a new
It's like
category.
every day of the week. You're in residency. You're there 14 days straight, and you're.
I would rather go see a band there to see what it's like. Like if Pink Floyd suddenly, if Roger Waters came out tomorrow and said, hey, the 3 remaining members are getting back together and we're going to do the Sphere, you could pretty much count on 2 shows a week for 1 solid year and they'd all be sold out. And everyone agrees Pink
now you
Floyd is
get-
the one band
Yeah.
that should do the Sphere, but they never will.
Now you get 5 days of I can't take Pink Floyd's rig out of here and book this venue because Pink Floyd's here 2 nights a week.
And at
So-
$1,000 a ticket, making $1 million a day.
I'm making boku bucks.
1.8.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Just
money.
stupid money. But to Brian's point, I think it's just like the 70s and 80s. You genuinely have a 5 to 9 year span where you can hit, probably even less, where it's like, oh, I'm relative, I'm hitting, I've got hits, and then you're going to disappear, and then you come back around. And now it becomes, if it's been enough time, your legacy. We saw that in the 70s and 80s where bands were huge for a long time, quote unquote, and you realize, oh, that was 8 years, and then they disappeared.
Well, we've got to close the show, folks, but I just want to put it out there. For about $12, less than 2 grande mocha frappuccinos at Starbucks, you can get Jay some In-N-Out burger because I think he needs some
I
protein.
think he's doing cameo videos now too. I think it's $50.
Eat
He'll
a cheeseburger.
yell at
will
anybody you
you?
want. Yeah.
If
They get
you're a
some cheese
weak,
on there.
if you're a weak human being and you need food to sustain you, hey, that's your issue.
And on that note,
Some of us
we'll see you
don't.
next time. Good night, everybody.
What do you think, Daft Punk helmet?